All right, good afternoon, guys. Very, very important matchup for our team for a lot of reasons, but NFC North, we're 2-0 in the division, and obviously know how hard fought that win was week one. They're playing really good football across the board, all three phases, and we need to play well. We need to play consistent. I think we've got the group to go out there and get it done, but like I said, challenge versus this team, really well-coached team. And we're going to need to play our best. Looking forward to being back at US Bank Stadium. It is a major, major priority to capture the energy our fans bring every week and apply it to how we play at home. And very much looking forward to being back in front of our fans for a second straight week in a row. Just giving you guys a game status update. Jonathan Grenard will be out for the game. We'll continue to be day-to-day here and hope he keeps responding well to treatments, and we'll keep you guys posted next week on him. And then Ryan Kelly had a great week of practice, been kind of a plan we had to get him back rolling, and then we will rule him out for this week, but hopefully continue that positive progression right into next week. And plan all along has been to do what's best for Ryan, and he's in a great place right now, really happy with the week he had, and we'll pick that back up next week in our preparation. Those will be the only two players that will have a designation going into the game.
Hey Kevin, how did the practice week go just as far as the operation, the cadences, all the stuff you guys wanted to work on?
Yeah, it went really well. As to be expected, it was something emphasized. We made sure we handled what we needed to handle as a group, and I have total trust in that group to go out there and play fast and turn it loose and limit the pre-snap penalties.
Kevin, how did Josh Oliver look working back in this week?
Yeah, he looked great. He feels like he's in a good spot, and like I said, we'll go in with no designation.
Kevin, it seemed like the Bears sent a lot of extra pressures at Jackson Dart last week, but that's maybe not something they always do. When you're preparing for a game, how do you kind of weigh what they've done recently or against other quarterbacks versus kind of broader tendencies?
Yeah, I think any Dennis Allen coach defense, this goes back a long way. He's one of the best in the league at kind of those third down pressures. He's got ways he's a really good coach that makes a lot of things look the same, but they end up being different. You got to be totally locked in and all 11 guys on the same page. You got to communicate pre-snap. You got to make sure you're in and out of the huddle in a timely manner. So JJ's got time at the line of scrimmage to assess, the use of any tools he has to protect himself. And then it comes down to, after all that, we've got to get the same level of protection and the standard at which I think our guys coming off of a good week where we did protect pretty well for the most part last week against a good physical Baltimore front, and we're going to need that again. This is an active front, active scheme. They're blitzing DBs, they're blitzing linebackers, and playing a variety of different coverages behind it. So they've put a lot of really good stuff on tape in the third down world this year, and we got to be ready for it.
Kevin, did Ryan Kelly you get to do any full team stuff like with the ones yet, or is it?
He did. Yeah, he was limited on Wednesday, and then fully padded, participated in a limited capacity on Thursday, and then he's in a great spot. This kind of boils down to more so just what we think is best for the player that started many days and weeks ago, just to make sure with his own personal kind of concussion history that I mentioned to you guys at one point that hopefully he would bang down my door, and he's pretty darn close to that, and I think we've got a really good plan moving forward. Excited about it.
Kevin, will JJ wear the pad during the game on his hand? And is there
I don't know that. Yeah, it really hasn't been something we've discussed and talked about very much. So I'll leave that to whatever Tyler and the staff and JJ thinks best.
Just the execution of throwing, does that affect anything?
Yeah, he had really the last 2 days. Maybe had two of his better practices throwing the ball all season long.
200 games for Harrison coming up on Sunday. What's that mean to you, and the fact that he's done it all in one spot?
Yeah, I think I've made no secret about Harrison and where he ranks in the all-time Kevin favorites of players I've gotten the blessed opportunity to coach. I told him this morning he was at the top of that list, but I've probably said that to a few other players over the years. But no, it was. We reflected on that a little bit this morning. He comes to see me on Friday mornings, and I just think he's such a special person, player, leader. If they were all like Harrison Smith, we would be very fortunate as fans and coaches of football because of what he's meant to this organization. Such a unique player, and just been so fortunate to coach him for 4 years, and I hope to get to coach him longer.
Kevin, when you evaluated Will Riker coming out, how much was based on just leg versus personality, poise, all those things? How much did that weigh in with the kid?
Yeah, I know Hat and DG spent a good amount of time with him at the Combine, and just there's always been this swagger to Will that I think comes from his natural confidence and authentic confidence in doing his job. And then you guys you not only see the physical talent, you can hear it. I mean, the way it sounds coming off the foot. I've used the analogy before. I don't think it takes long when baseball scouts hear a high school senior throw a fastball and it hits the catcher's mitt and sounds a certain way, or the ball coming off the bat of a Shohei Ohtani or somebody, Byron Buxton. I think it's kind of like that with Will, and he sets a really high standard for himself personally, and he's having a great year.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.